Same thing. Fun.
Indeed. But that's because I broke it sometime. Here we go. Oh, fun and games, really. My mic mute. There we go. Hello, 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 lovely people. Episode 9 of the Spires of Xin-Shalast. It's getting there. Woohoo! Right. Too little. All done. Something new. Huge bug list, but anyway, when we left you. So when we left you last, what were you up to? I think you'd finally finished the fight, hadn't you?
Yeah, we finally finished the fight, and Joseph has decided this of all the horrible places we've been, this is the most horriblest of all.
Not the frozen hut on the hill. I thought you hated the frozen hut on the hill more.
I hated the frozen lake. I've hated this place ever since we got to the frozen lake and I fell through. And we have all these magical rings that nobody identified.
No, it's because nobody's looked at them yet.
I'll have a look.
Well, they all have the same 7-sided design upon them.
Oh, so the 4 unidentified ones are probably the same as the 3 identified ones.
Being as my occult appears to be utterly shocking.
She also snagged that one out of the air with her telekinesis, so she doesn't want a Sahedron ring.
Well, I'm not identifying anything because I is bleeding. I is fixing myself with a wand. God, look at the mark that left in the armour.
Told you this is a horrible place. Oh, by the way, there's a door over here, guys. And Joseph, is this door open? Oh, it is now. I went down the hall a little ways while you guys were busy, and there was a bunch of doors down that way, but I thought you guys might want to open this one first because it would be behind us. You guys don't like to seem to leave things behind us. Oh, look, it's another hall. Rannick, you want to check it out?
All right, I'll go check it out.
Well, I'm low.
And at this point, Jalsa turns around and she looks at Irina, and all of a sudden she realizes Irina has that sword that Rannick tried to kill her with.
Yeah, Irina's holding it in her hand.
And I look at
I
Irina
had it on
and
my
I
belt.
go, where
Oh,
did you get
no.
that?
You thought you had it on your belt, but actually you're holding it in your hand.
Oh, okay.
Where did you get that sword, Irina? I thought Rannick threw that away.
Oh, was this the sword I told you? This is the biggest I told you so ever, isn't it?
I went to destroy it, but it seemed kind of too useful, so
Yeah, if you're planning on killing me, Irina, I guess it's pretty freaking useful. Throw the damn thing away. You're not.
Does that in any way give me a chance to make a roll?
Seems probably reasonable to let you make a spirit check. Are you happy with an 11?
Yes.
Okay. Please bear with me, caller, as I am trying to find the PDF. It's easier to find it in there than it is to.
It's all right. I'm trying to find my sound settings so I can adjust them.
You know, the sword desperately tries to convince you that you really need to hold on to it, but you don't feel inclined to.
Great. Can I throw it as hard as possible at a stone wall?
You please throw it away, Irina. I don't want to have to kill you if you try to kill me, and I will.
You throw it as hard as possible at one of the stone walls.
Thank you.
It embeds itself a good foot into it. And a fading voice in your head goes, "This is how sharp I am. Are you sure you really don't want that?" You don't
Oh, shut up.
And then I get behind Irina and I start pushing her out of here before she can change her mind and go back after the sword. Let's go. Come on, Irina. You don't care about that sword. It's an evil sword.
Notice checks for listening a door should lead you on the tower, but you don't hear anything.
Come on, Irina, let's get out of here. This place is awful. And I go back and I keep watching through the door because I want to make sure Irina doesn't go back after that damn sword.
You don't hear anything through these doors. Okie dokie. This thickly carpeted floor of this grand chamber is further strewn with expensive looking throw rugs and exotic furs. A nest of the same lies heaped in the centre of the room under a rotunda like construction, atop which a canopy of silks and gauzy veils adds to the chamber's mystique. There you go.
Right. So anyway, all these rings have been thrown away, and what's the magical sword, by the way?
Do you mean magic sword? What we left behind?
No. Okay,
I
this
think you
one.
meant the magical falchions. All four.
Oh, curvy ones.
Mm.
Yeah, curvy ones. They ain't possessed, but they're sharp.
I'm
Yeah,
not
just
going
check
another
these,
step
Rennick.
until I see Irina isn't watching that damn sword anymore. Come on, Irina. Oh, Rennick's ran ahead. He's off somewhere, and we've got to go check on him.
I need a notice check from Mr. Rannick.
Yeah, leave the other blade behind. I mean, Gorham is a Lord of Iron, right? And I'm not interested in the blade. That's telling you something.
It's absolutely fine. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, only listening at doors is the only one I think you need to drop on the. Wow. Doesn't matter.
Can you help me out of the wall? Look in the wall, Kev. Can you help me out? Thank you.
Well, you did cut a hole in it with a sword earlier, didn't you?
Different wall.
Oh, this looks like a comfy place to have a rest, but I'm not sure that we should. Sure.
Anybody who enters this room gets to make a notice check.
Which door do we want to try next, then?
Everyone's dice have gone back to default.
Oh, they have. That's rude.
Mine haven't.
Must have been the update.
No, mine didn't go back. But mine are.
And the way to change them is now called dice, called colours.
Mm.
Oh yeah, it's now called dice.
Oh, you can change what? You can choose which ones you have on your desk.
Yes, you can get rid of the 20-sided dice because you hardly ever need it. It also make them smaller. Actually, I quite like the smaller dice.
Ooh, oh yeah, smaller, good.
I like the smaller dice. I'm going for 90% dice, and I don't need a die 20, so off that goes. Actually, if you take away the die 20, the size of the dice is less. You know what I'm trying to say. Vertically, obviously they're bigger, but one less dice means they take up less space anyway. Okay, Don of the Drad. Oh dear, Rannick opened that. Okay.
Yeah, Rannick opened the door.
Okay. Well, in that case, Rannick doesn't get to notice anything else. But Dondrad, you notice a hidden panel.
I'm telling you, whoever doesn't hire a dwarven plasterer is insane. Look at the cracks in that. Look, shoddy.
Now, from what I've seen, dwarves are particularly good at getting plastered. So I've got to agree with you there, Stunty.
What's this panel at?
Ah!
Might be treasure hiding behind it.
Okay, Rannick, I do believe you've got into the room I was confused about.
Yeah, I feel very confused at the moment.
You have. Okay, that's a missing pin I need to find out.
Here, I went in there and it were all confusing. The walls are funny shapes.
Okie dokie. So, it's okay. This as you enter the area you've just entered, the room you've just entered seems to be well, the northern wall is decorated with an enormous golden Sihedron, I should say. Before which
bugger,
sits a rune-carved altar.
Stunty, this looks like your kind of room.
Show me where the panel is first, Andre, and I'll check it out for treasure while you go make sure Brennick don't do something stupid. I know that's a lot of effort.
It's a panel, but just be careful it doesn't take your fingers off. You know what I mean?
Here, I heard that.
Put your
I'm
blade in the
There's
corner.
a load of pins missing here.
Is a thievery roll?
No. Once you find that you know where to look, you can basically press on the panel and it opens with a click.
Oh, while they're off running, I'm gonna go and check out what's behind this panel. It could be treasure. Might be rubies.
It is indeed treasure. There appears to be an enormous platinum key and some scrolls.
Hey, Irene, here's the key.
You can leave the dice. Sorry.
I pull the key out and I hand it to her, and then I pull out the scrolls. And are they in Thessalonian?
All on the party sheet.
Well, I'll need Irina to identify them because they all appear magical, Irina. Probably gonna need it. And I hand the key to Irina because, well, she's got that big old bag that she can carry tons of stuff in. And if keys always are important, you know, and Brannick will want to go back.
The other three scrolls all appear to be identical in terms of magical writing, so you just need to make the one ID roll to identify all three of them.
Yeah, this room, it looks like somebody's worshipping that seven-pointed Sai. What's name?
Sihedron.
Yeah, what you said. I don't like it. I'm going to try a different room.
Oh, these look like they'll be particularly useful here, Irina. You know, I'm going to grab a couple of them so that... Because we got a cleric with us.
Brannick, you're in a well-decorated bedroom. Judging by the decor, you think it might well have been a ladies' room. Oh, God, you've moved on again.
So, yeah, there's nothing special about the temple, other than the fact that it's a temple.
Yeah, sorry, that's the bedroom you're in now. The other, that's a hallway.
Well, I'll try this one. There's bedrooms, bedrooms. That's weird, that.
Another opulent bedroom.
So,
It's called a suite.
Hang up, wait up. I'm trying to do Glindrishing here.
It's not letting me pull anything off the party sheet.
Why would you need 2-bedroom off a bedroom? That's just weird.
If you have a group of guests coming today, you might want to put rooms adjoining one. They feel comfortable.
But that's some bad lag.
No, I just dragged them.
Well,
but why would you want them having to walk through your bedroom to get to where you're going? To where they're going?
Perhaps their families and the parents, kids, where they know. I don't.
All right, okay. I just don't understand.
Well, it's going to be a pain in the ass if we can't take things off the party sheet.
I just done it a minute ago.
Yeah.
Is it just you that can't? Let's have a But you said I should have the enormous metal key, so...
I handed the key to Irina Doswald, so if you want to give her the key.
Well, let me try and take it myself first.
And Chelsea, you've got 2 of the Scrolls of Resurrection.
I took it myself. It worked fine for me, so it might be just you that it's being funny with.
Yeah, Jelsa's got 2 out of the Scrolls of Resurrection.
Yeah, but Doswalt gave those to me. I'm not. It's
I thought
not
you said
letting
you
me
were taking 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's just
I did.
confused why she can't take them herself.
Yeah, because I haven't. I'm still not able to take anything off the party sheet.
Right, so we beat up all of those things just to find a bedroom. Really? Just a bedroom?
Maybe there's a hidden secret in it.
Hey, this door's already open over here, guys, and I push it the rest of the way open.
Aye, I just came out of there, Sparkle Tits.
This one?
Aye, there's more bedrooms in there. 2
Jill,
bedrooms off a bedroom.
In fact,
He's
Irina,
obsessed.
do you want to take the scroll of divination?
Sure.
Because I can talk to the dead. I've got it anyway.
I'm just. Well. I'm just moving you back. Only because I think I need to check something, and because it wasn't pinned, I missed it, so I'm just reading it now. Oh, okay, right, fine, yeah, that really doesn't make. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, Janet, you could go back down to the corridor. I was just because I hadn't got a room pinned. I needed to make sure that didn't affect anything you were doing. So I needed to trap you in there. Obviously,
I just wanted to go and make sure nobody was coming to find the bodies.
There's a sword sticking in that wall. Was she coming to that room?
Aye, I already tried to throw it away once.
I'm not leaving this room until everybody's past it because I don't trust anybody to leave that sword around because Rannick tried to kill me with it.
So you keep saying Sparkle Tits, and I'd really prefer it if you didn't, because I'd like to kind of just get over that. And if you could too, that'd be it'd be nice. I didn't mean to do it. I'm sorry. Will you please stop going on about it?
Well, and once I'm sure that nobody else is going to touch that sword, I'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm waiting for everybody to get out of there, and then I'm going to find some way to secure that door so they don't go sneaking back after the damn sword. Because I don't know if you remember it, Rannick, but just before that you tried to kill me, you were speaking Thessalonian. I knew there was something horribly wrong.
I was doing what?
You barely
You're
speak
speaking.
common, dude.
Now, hang on a minute. I resemble that.
Yeah, and my case just proven.
I don't know what you mean.
It's all right, Rannick. We do.
Well, I'm glad some bugger does.
Because we all speak common.
But I speak. I speak. Hang on. I speak reet good Varisian. I do.
I don't even know what to say to them.
I speak reet proper Varisian, just like any other bugger. That's it. I'm going to find something to kill.
Yeah, I used to be like that. Yeah, I used to be like that and going off to kill people, but now I see the virtue of it.
If this door is boot openable, Rannick will boot the door open.
So,
Boot openable. I like that phrase.
Okay, here we go. This oh god, this is the one. This I was trying to read earlier. I think it needs.
Has he just thrown a tantrum and wandered off?
Yes, Rannick has thrown a tantrum and wandered off.
Yeah.
He's looking for something to kill.
I said it in Thessalonian, not in common, so you don't know what I just said, so you can't be having fits over that.
No, I was having fits over what you said before. without me not being able to speak common.
That's why I switched to Thessalonian, because you'd get really pissed off
This room
if you
does
heard
not make
that.
I think he's too far away to hear it now. Isn't it?
Hang on. This small room. I think this is just a load of background information that is just unnecessary. Right, but interesting. Okay, right. What an awful lot of waffle to just say there's a hole in the
Dear Liza, there's an hole in the wall. Dear Liza, an hole.
You guys got that song in the UK? I thought that was some dumb American thing.
Really? I didn't even think it got to America.
Oh yeah, we used to sing it all the time. I was the evil grandmother. By the time I had grandkids, because my kids traveled all over the country with their kids, I'd teach my grandkids all these ridiculous songs that had a billion fucking verses and tell them. And the best place to practice that is in the car on those long road trips. And I know lots of those really old, long, dumb songs. The Hole in the Bottom of the Sea was my all-time favorite.
Yeah, it makes such a change from "Are we there yet? Are we there yet?"
Not according to their parents. But that was my revenge on their parents for being annoying on long road trips when they were kids.
Yeah. Apparently, it's German originally.
yeah, Liza, I suppose.
And I guess anywhere the Germans settle, we have a lot of German settlers around here, Swedish. In fact, there's a part of this little bitty town I live in that used to be called Swedeville.
Okay, right. Just trying to see if there was a description, but so yeah.
Well, I found something to kill, says Rannick.
I think this is I don't think it exists in the bestiary. Okay, so
Yeah, Rannick,
okay.
because he's pissed off with Jelsa, went to find something to kill. Sees this
Okay, a bit there.
green bird to Manhattan and stabs it.
Okay, so it appears as an androgynous creature with pale green skin, tear-stained eyes.
It's a crying thing, and you're going to stab it.
Because I'm pissed off with Jelsa, yes. Someone can come and tell me not to once they can get there, but I'm going to stab
Remember
it.
what I said in Thessalonian, Irina?
And 2 pairs of shining white feathered rings.
Yeah.
I'm still stabbing it.
My dice have changed back again.
Okay, I was reading this earlier. I just want to get this one right. Right, so you open the door and you step inside with hot starting. And
That should be lightning.
okay, right. You like that, is it? Right, go on then. Let's. I'm going to deal you. I'm going to deal opponent. Okay, the opponent gets to go first as you kick open the door.
Mm-hmm. Though I shouldn't still be vulnerable, unless me kicking the door open is what's made me vulnerable.
You okay?
Right, well, I've kicked the door open and I shall poke it with my spear.
Makes a defensive stance and you poke it with your spear.
Okay, I dropped the dice on it. That didn't seem to do anything. That's a shame.
No, it did.
So it did.
No, it didn't.
Oh no, yeah, it did. It said downstairs it was hit with a raise.
Yeah, after I dragged it on.
Oh right, okay.
Table's been acting kind of weird on some things today.
Oh, damage.
Yes.
I just lost part of my dice.
Is it a humanoid?
You did it to me before as well, Joseph.
Is it any of a humanoid, a monstrous humanoid, a dragon, or undead?
No.
Right, then I roll my normal damage. That's fine. Clearly, Jelsa has really pissed Rannick off.
With a single blow, with a single cleaving blow, you murder the angel.
Oh God.
Oh.
Oh God, Travis.
That it did. Did you not even notice? Or I told you it took a defensive stance. It didn't even make an attack threatening move, and you murdered an angel.
Well,
Rannick, what have you done?
I told you,
bitch.
I told you I would find something to kill, and I did.
I told you, Irina, if he had a brain, he'd be dangerous.
I remind you all that Rannick is both ruthless
Can I
and
have
vengeful.
occult rolls, please? From anyone who has the occult skill. As you all get to the doorway, you see the angel crumple to the floor as Rannick pulls the sword out of its fallen body.
Spear, I'll have you know.
Yes.
Hang on, we've got scrolls of resurrection. Could we bring it back to life?
Well, that's what I was just trying to do. It's incapacitated.
The question is it actually dead, or is it bleeding out?
Well, I need to make a vigor check, don't I, to find out. Okay, it's what happened. Hang on. Let me do this again because it didn't do it automatically. Options.
Wounds -3. That'll be bleeding out.
Yeah, failure bleeding out has to crit fail to die.
That's okay then. Thank you.
Well, no, it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to crit fail. It has to get less than. It has to get less than 0.
Irina, what do you want to do?
Run forward and try and stabilize it if it's not dead.
Aye, so that's what I was going to do. Oh,
Well, we can work together.
yes.
Okay, well, the only way you could stabilize it before in the next 6 seconds would be pour a healing potion over its injury. Basically, the huge gaping spear wound in the center of its chest.
Trying to find one.
To instantly.
I mean, seriously, did you not notice the wings?
Well, every other bloody thing in this place has tried to kill us, including every other buggering thing with wings.
Oh,
There you go.
That's
What?
okay. No, it's okay. It's okay because obviously on its go. No, if it's in okay.
If you expected us to understand that, fail.
Okay, so a healing roll. If you're incapacitated, a magical potion takes away the incapacitation and 1 wound. Is that how it works? I never remember.
That is how it works. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, but I don't think you necessarily recover, do you? As such, you're
Still at the very least. You're still shaken, certainly, and then it's up to the narrative whether or not you're conscious or not.
Exactly. Dondrad.
How many things have we had that's tried to kill us that's got bloody wings?
I didn't count.
I swear humans should be locked.
4 golden feathered wings did you not ignore? 2 pairs of golden feathered wings.
There's been lots of bloody things covered in gold in this place, and every other buggering Thessalonian place we've been. I mean, that place was all like gold and gems and stuff. They were all dead fancy, and they were still trying to bloody well kill us. How was I to know that this was not something that was going to bloody well try and kill us, eh?
Rannick, go over there, sit in the corner, take a few deep breaths, and chill out.
And Joseph just spent a Benny to be able to get ahead on the action cards. So after Dondrak goes, I'm going.
Okay. Dondrak?
So I've got a wand of healing on it.
Okay. You did. That takes it down to -1 wounds. And Chelsea, you're up next.
I'm going to walk over here and I'm going to climb right up Rannick's back and climb up onto his shoulders and box his ears and go, "What the hell, Rannick?" So what do you need? An athletics or agility to climb?
No, I'm going to let you just do it. It's too much fun not to have you.
Yeah, go for it.
And I box his ears as hard as I can and go, "What the hell, Rannick?" I told Irene if you had a brain, you'd be dangerous. You need to start asking before you do stupid stuff. And that's be my turn.
Okay, but
You know, that's humans for you. Do you know they let their children go outside before the age of 25? That's terrible.
Yeah, I'm perched up here on Rannick's shoulders.
it's good to me.
Rannick, you know that things like this is what gives us half-orcs bad names. Walk into a room and kill the first thing you see. This is why I had such a miserable childhood, is because of things like this, stereotyping half-orcs.
Did you not hear those two going on about how I can't speak bloody common? I mean,
Yes,
seriously.
they were insulting you. They were trying to get you mad to make you do something like this. That's exactly what happened to me all of my childhood. They were trying to trigger me into attacking something I shouldn't. Hello?
Well, they did a bloody good job, didn't they?
Because if you had a brain.
Rannick grabs Jelsa by the hair and throws him to the ground and walks off.
Oh no, I'm going to evade him trying to grab me.
At this point, the TPK began.
Yep.
6 versus... Oh, Jelsa critically fails. Rannick, you throw her to the ground with such force, you knock all the wind out of Jelsa. She lands hard and doesn't move as she is shaken.
And I'll have to be distracted as well. And then I'm just going to walk off. Bloody well have enough. Every bloody thing in this place tries to kill us, so I try to kill the thing just to get some tension out, and every bugger's just having a go at me for it. You can't do right for doing wrong, can you?
Okay.
I just only hope this angel was on our side.
The angel
To start with.
The angel regains consciousness thanks to its fast regeneration, but obviously you did stop having to possibly die first. Okay, and it wakes. It basically thanks you for the assistance and explains that it had been. Oh, here we go. This is where it gets interesting because I know. It had been magically compelled by a planar binding to guard this entrance for 16 days. A length of servitude that began the day the heroes first arrived. Oh, okay. A length of servitude that began the series. Oh, so basically it counted. Sorry, I'm very confused there. It was bound to guard this entrance for 16 days. Apparently, the length of servitude that began the first day you arrived in Xin-Shalast. I didn't know you'd been here 16 days, so there you go. Strange how it decides how long you've been here.
No, I think that's saying the 16-day started when we got there. So if we've taken 8 days to get here, it's got 8 days of servitude left.
Oh, yes. However, it was so... Yeah, I think so too. I was just having to reread it multiple times so I got it. It was magically compelled to fight silently and prevented from speaking and also from casting spells. However, it would appear that basically by inflicting damage upon it, it fell in combat. It has been released from the binding.
So
entirely
Rannick actually
intentional.
helped.
Hang on, let me.
Rannick,
There we go. Rannick, because he's stomping off, muttering to himself, doesn't hear any of that. So none of you have to tell him that Rannick actually did a good thing.
And the Joss
I
is
can
laying
also
here
point
winded and shaken, so she doesn't hear it.
I could also point out that the fact that you defeated it and then healed it is what freed it, not Rannick stabbing it, because it could have died. Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
died.
that's true.
It would have returned to the original plane of.
Do you know the
something.
worst thing about all this? The wedding planner has been injured.
I don't know if anyone's noticed that. Bert's probably noticed. So if you can establish, how are you supposed to establish non-verbal communication with the angel? Well, I love that. I must admit, from a role-playing perspective, it could be fun. So if Rannick hadn't just come up and just stabbed it through the heart, and while the fight's going on, you manage to establish non-verbal communication, even though it's magically compelled to attack you. Well, it can nod and shake its head in simple pantomime actions while attacking you to try to get you to banish her.
Are you really trying to kill us? So it'll nod its head at that. Do you want to kill us? It'll shake its head.
Exactly. Yeah. The restrictions of the binding end in the arrangement. Her inability to lose plane shift or teleport means it worked many days before she could. Okay. If you manage to help her escape from the planar binding effect without banishing her, which you did, such as temporarily killing her, as detailed above, she immediately joins the heroes and vows to aid them in their fight against Karzog. Oh, you can have some fun here. Who she asks in return is the opportunity. I think, to be honest, though, given the way that Rannick just stabbed it through the heart, it's probably going to go and do its own revenge rather than. Yeah, I think you could have had an angel helping you, but it doesn't feel inclined to do so given the way Matt Rannick just murdered it with a single blow. So it wishes you luck, hope, and vanishes.
It doesn't think we need help.
No, it's probably just I suspect it may well be get off to its own devices. It literally just sort of teleports away. You don't know where to. Besides which, it's an incredibly horribly complicated NPC, and I can't face the fight of it.
Yeah, Savenka's looking at is a bit complicated as well.
Indeed. Why is okay? Target Rannick. Hero targets.
I have no idea why. I have no idea why I'm trying to go over there. I certainly wasn't.
Arrow rather than a moving arrow. Okay, right. That was Warrior's Door. So I have to be honest. The description of this bit does confirm me. This small room was once a storeroom. Is the chamber into which Montmorion first entered when he first visited the region several years ago. At that time, the magical walls protected the pinnacle, kept the entire structure sealed tight. The stone giant studied the external walls of the pinnacle and was delighted to find a small flaw in the magic here caused by an even smaller stone wall beneath. Despite the minor nature of the flaws, they were enough for Montmorion to borrow through into the interior the application of disintegrate spells. The whole carved into the wall remains today with so few visitors. Okay, so that's a way in or out of this building. A guardian was placed there to stop anyone coming in or out of it. Obviously, that is a way in or out of the pinnacle. But I thought you had to go down a ramp to get to this. So I'm not entirely sure where the hell that gets you out to. Do you know what I mean?
Probably somewhere halfway down the mountain then.
Possibly.
Rannick will just continue wandering down the corridor, muttering to himself, and when he realises there's a dead end, he'll just sort of slump down in that corner.
It's not a dead end now, is it?
Well, it's a dead end with a door, but he'll just slump down at that corner because he daren't go through a bloody door without asking permission.
Yeah, so that's where you want to run to.
Oh, put me in the. There you go. Look, there you go. See, You can't get round. There you go. It's a bit hard to get you all the way around without hitting a wall, but anyway. There you go. At least you can nip at least that gives you an idea what's outside.
What do I got to do to get rid of the distracted and shaken now?
Nothing. You'll basically once you pick yourself back up. Okay.
You know, that's bad because you can't make Jelsa unhappy. That could kill her.
It's very true, actually. Maybe you should tell Rannick that.
I know.
Jelsa just died of a broken heart.
I know.
No, because first he tried to kill me once, and then he tried to kill me twice. So I'm going to go running up to him once I shake off the shaken and the distracted.
Which you have.
Where's it?
TPK on the way. TPK on the way.
No,
And
I'm going to survive.
running up to him. I ain't done here yet.
Oh, do you know what? I could just see it happening. We'll end up in a wedding, and then they'll say, and I have to say at the wedding, is there anybody here who has got anything against this couple getting married? And then Jelsa's going to have a list.
Oh, it didn't. It didn't show. I dropped it on Rannick, but it didn't show it hitting Rannick.
Just cause, yeah.
I'm gonna spend the damn. Didn't do any damage on it. And why on him when I drop it on him?
I think dropping dice has stopped working. I think you have to target first.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Rannick, I just hit you with the shock stick.
That's less than half Rannick's toughness. I think he probably didn't notice.
Don't forget, shock means basically I'm not counting. You don't get to count any metal armor.
I don't wear metal armor. I wear leather armor.
Yeah, exactly. Studded leather armor?
No, rhino hide.
Oh yeah, good point. Toughness 18 is ridiculous. How the hell have you got toughness 18?
Vigor D12 plus 2. Orc, Brawny, Brawler, Bruiser, Ring of Major Protection.
So in other words, beardy.
If I were a monk not wearing armor, I'd actually have an extra point of natural toughness. And if I could be a sorcerer that's abyssal, there's an extra point of toughness there as well.
No, yeah, but I mean, let's face it. We all know monks are the most beardy of beardy character classes.
And then the last one is a paladin with at least 3 paladin edges can then take the legendary paladin edge for another +2 toughness.
Anyway, there's a door here.
Don't you have to have an education to be a paladin?
No, you just have to be really good at. I'm not talking to you.
You gotta be good at not talking to Jelsa. Okay. See how that works out for you. As I follow him along, chattering away.
Actually, to be a paladin, you have to let go and trust the faith. So anyway, meanwhile, back at the door. Shall we open the door?
Two vast
Why not?
double doors, each 10 feet in width, stand in the southern wall of this barren chamber. The face of each black stone door is covered with tens of thousands of tiny runes carved in an eerie, spidery script. Runes seem to writhe and slither about when not under direct observation.
There's a big ass doors here.
Can I read these runes?
Indeed you can. Okay, I'm running out of time because I was reading this.
If they'll stay still long enough.
Are they in Thessalonian? Granville?
Open all hours D&D division.
Okay. Oh, No, they're not. They are written in a language, but they're Thessalonian. Okay. Chat. So if I go and change it to this and say, okay, that answers that one. Okay.
Yeah, obviously don't speak that language.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, okay, so basically first thing that happens is Arena disappears.
No.
Rannick, what did you do?
I need Arena to make a fear check at -2.
By the way, before she makes a fear check, is she actually still adjacent to me?
Nope, she's gone.
All right, okay.
Is there fear check or spirit check? I'm pretty sure it isn't, and I've forgotten.
I don't.
/ roll fear.
Yeah, / roll
With a
fear.
-2
We'll do it.
modifier. Yep.
I did the minus. I bet I've done this wrong. Oh no, that seemed to work.
Okay, so you pass your fear check. Okay, this is a really weird one. Anyone who is this one. Okay, you've been mazed. Well, they can work out it. They can roleplay the fact that I've just given away what's happened.
Chelsea, I'm just going to stand perfectly still and not move. Is this
Actually, it has to be said.
we just got and looked at a couple of doors.
The Savage Pathfinder rule set
Irina
doesn't have the bug.
Got disintegrated.
Oh, what happened there?
Disintegrated.
Oh.
What?
Disconnected and reconnected.
She's been disintegrated. Yeah. She's gone.
Oh, maybe this is the door that we should have let Rannick open. Never mind.
Oh, wait a minute. Right, well, let's put it
going
into perspective. If it's a teleportation thing, I have got not a Scoopy. I don't do it. I don't do that. So.
Can I check the door for traps to see if it's?
Apparently, the bennies must flow. Okay, so what? So you want to check the door
for traps to see if that's what got Irina.
We came in and
make a thievery roll.
She tried to read the runes and then poof, obliterated.
You obviously still got Rannick targeted. Not to worry, let's clear that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. They are most certainly what you wrote. They are most certainly trapped. However, the most certainly were these doors most certainly were trapped. However, you're fairly confident that you've neutralized the trap.
Okay, well, if she got sucked through these doors, then she should, the doors should be okay now, Dondra. Go ahead and open them.
Did you just on out of character? Did you accidentally kick McD off the Twitch screen?
Did I? Pardon?
Did you accidentally kick McD off the Twitch stream there?
No.
Just a wee message popped up in Discord. Okay. Anyway, the it was unintentional if it happened. Sorry. So can we open these doors then?
I checked and they were trapped, but it's disarmed now. So go ahead. I'm right here behind you.
I will.
Hey, Rannick, we found some doors that had traps, but they're okay now. Do you want to come and help? Irina disappeared. I know you don't give a damn about me, but Irina disappeared.
Yeah, OBS just suddenly decided, I'm going to have a fit and pause for a second.
Would you tell Sparkle Tits I've not got permission to do anything?
I'm giving you permission, damn it!
Shall we open these doors then?
Irene, Jalsa gets impatient, so she pushes the door open.
I mean, but she didn't try to open the
Jalsa
doors.
vanishes. I need a fear check from Jalsa at -2, please.
Okay. Okay. Right. Ranik.
Okay,
Ranik will give a...
Okay, Jalsa, you are fine. You made your fear check. I need a smarts roll at -2 from Irina. She thinks she's found her way out of the maze. I should point out you don't see one another in the maze. You're all in individual mazes.
I figured that.
Ranik runs a
No,
thief's
I'm
eye
afraid,
over the door.
Irina, you basically run around the maze for what feels like hours, therefore getting more and more frightened. And obviously, in a minute, we'll have to make another sphere check.
Okay.
Amber, in the meantime, is going crazy, as you can imagine.
Right, hang on. Why don't we cast Dispel Magic on the runes?
You're all finding out what the fox truly does say.
Yes, I think we're going to cast. We're going to use the Ring of Storing's Dispel power to cast Dispel Magic on the doors.
Okie dokie.
That needs recharged now.
Okie dokie. You cast the spell magic upon the doors.
We're not going to know if that's... Because if this doesn't work, the only way I'm going to have to brute force it. Okay. I mean, other than... the only way to know if this works is for somebody to try the door. And it can't be me, because if it doesn't work,
Right.
the only way to get past the doors is to brute force them and cast anti-magic shell.
Ranik will run a thief's eye over the doors, see if it seems to still be trapped.
Yeah, there's runes of protection.
You definitely do not detect any traps there at all.
Then Ranik will try and go through the doors.
Ranik goes through the doors.
And just keeps on walking.
Okay, now hang on. Okay, yeah. Okay, I need Jelson to make a smarts check at -2, please.
Maybe we should all rush through the doors in case that wears off.
Okay, Jelsa reappears. This is where it gets really nasty, but someone cast a spell, so you're okay. So what happens is Jelsa reappears on the north side of the doors. With the doors then close and the trap resets itself. However, it does say if you used a spell or someone does actually manage their thievery roll, which you both... Ranik failed by 1 and Jelsa failed by 2 to disarm the trap. But anyway, I've got to basically... you have disabled the trap. So when Irina gets back, she gets to make a fear check again and then attempt to make a smart check to get a door.
When you get back there, you need to make a fear check at -2 and then a smarts check at -2 to see if you can get back to life, back to reality.
Okay.
No, actual fact, see when I get... Because obviously Ranik's got the door... I've cast a spell, Ranik's walked through the door. Is there any way I can wedge the door open so it physically cannot close?
I think that sounds like a sensible idea. I should do that.
I rebooted my computer and it came back up with the conversation active.
That's cool and weird.
Concerning. What if I forget I've left it running and then reboot my computer one day and everybody's listening in to me talking about God knows what?
Indeed. It looks like it took a while for my stream.
Yeah, I've got a few copper coins. I'm going to put copper coins on the hinges side of the door.
Has it actually stopped it and started it as a new bloody showing?
To wedge it open.
I think I had a network glitch. Okay, right. You wedge the doors. Okay, the plain stone walls of this long room are lined by a variety of tables, crates, and cylinders. Some are made of stone, but others appear to be composed of metal. Strange winding cables protrude from some, connect to others. All of this clutter seems to focus upon a large metal framework constructed at the southern end of the room, where strange currents of energy dance and shimmer within the strange stone. Now and then, these currents coalesce into shapes, images startling for their familiarity and yet totally. The image revealed is that of a massive city of towers and gigantic monuments set in a mountain valley at the foot of a huge peak. So basically, Radek, there's a big head fake that's staring down at you, as it would appear from the high. But as it would appear from this high mountain vista, the city beyond the energy curtain is very different. However, so there isn't a statue then, but that was your first.
That's all right.
It's very different, however, in that the towers and buildings are ablaze with both magical and mundane. Of the great central road surrounding the streets. Oh no, it is probably still there, but you can't see it under the blaze of lights. With teams and tens of thousands of giants and humanoids of all descriptions. The sounds and even the smells of this strange metropolis waft through the image, an image that is perhaps trying to be an. This wall of text. However, okay. We need to see if we can get Arena back, don't we?
Can you not hear me?
Yes.
Okay, just rolling fear, I'm hoping. Yes, there you go.
Okay, you keep your wits about you, and therefore are able to attempt to solve the maze. No, I'm afraid not.
Fair enough.
Okay.
If I'm likely to return to the map at some point, I'd love it if you could reshare it. Thank you very much. I don't know why my system just crashed out, but it did.
I've just put you outside it. Okay. This is just an old text here. Okay.
Well, hopefully we can't be too. I mean, Chelsea's come back, so hopefully we can't freak out about Irina. Because Chelsea came back.
Let's face it, whatever took Chelsea probably threw her back.
Oh.
That's just fine, Randy. Whatever took me and threw me back wanted you to suffer.
Right, I thought there was. What gets me, I'm not going to let anyone into the room yet, because basically there is, after that description, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 12 paragraphs of all text describing what it does, what it can and can't do, and all that. 12 paragraphs of wordy text before it says the room's occupied.
It appears to run on electricity.
That was the point I was trying to get to, because I knew there was an encounter in here, but I needed to check. You need to check whether in the party, whether they're already there, or whether the party does something to summon them, or anything else.
It's been written by Tony Stark. The answer's going to be pull the red lever, isn't it? At the end of it,
Probably.
Yeah.
Or don't press the red button.
Okie dokie. There appears to vaguely human-shaped creatures. They appear to wear twitching yellow robes, turbans, and veils.
Okay, I know what this is. I know what the room is. I have seen the light, and I don't know what to do about it.
Are they wearing masks?
Is this a deal with the devil again? This is a deal with the devil.
He said veils, didn't he?
He did say veils, yeah. Is it a portal to Carcosa?
No,
God,
it's not a portal. It's not a portal to Carcosa. When we arrived at the fortress, we met a series of large spiders with misshapen, odd-numbered legs.
It'll be length then.
And they said that, you know, there was a machine hidden in the fortress that they wanted to destroy. And then they said that they would be grateful and promptly disappeared.
Yes, and it's spiders that come from Leng. This will be a portal to Leng.
Well, I don't know anything about Leng, but I know that big, huge spiders were just cackling
I'm
and
so
saying,
relieved I can't actually hear you, because I don't think that would be benefiting my fear check.
Well, I was
Well,
talking
good
out
point.
of character.
Let's have another fear check and smarts check from Arena.
oh yeah, the spiders are saying that apparently they're bound to the prime material plane. By some
There you go, I failed the fear check
Weren't
for you.
these the same kind of creatures that enlisted us in the beginning to help them take care of Karzog?
That's just exactly what Dondrad was saying.
Yeah, but they talked about a machine, and this is the only thing that looks like a machine. I don't know what it is, I don't know what it does, but it's things. It's a thing.
Well, unless these things come to attack him, Rannick is going to fold his arms and lean one shoulder against the doorstop thing here.
Okay, so it gets really interesting. So the denizens, when they attack, doesn't actually that seems to imply they're going to attack you anyway, doesn't it? Because it says when they attack, or is that because you attack them first? An interesting one.
Don't know.
I meant to put that as a whisper. Oops.
Well, no, I honestly don't know what the implications of all this is. I would like to talk to Irina, but she's not here.
It's a very good question.
I mean, I don't know. I don't understand. If we free the spiders, do they go home peacefully?
Hang on a moment. Dimension. I've got a dimension shifting spell. Planar shift.
I'm escaping the maze. You reappear where the maze spells. Location is filled with solid objects.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Spells
I've got plane shift. Plane shift allows the caster to move directly to another plane of existence.
Spells,
if plane is shifting to another location.
You wouldn't necessarily know you're in an extra dimensional labyrinth. However, spells and abilities that move a creature within a plane, such as teleport and dimensional door, do not help you escape a maze spell. Although a plane shift does allow you to exit. I was looking up the original D20 version of the maze spell because it doesn't exist in.
Well, I do have plane shift, so I'm going to plane shift to get myself out.
Yeah,
which I'll have to use a Benny to do.
Yes, but you will have to pass your fear check before you have the presence of mind to cast it. Is that the only thing I would say?
Fine. I've dropped you the Benny for
make
the
fear check.
Casting it.
I know. Don't worry. It's only because obviously what we'll have to do is what I will do is I'll deal you into the combat, obviously, but obviously on your turn you'll have to get back, if that makes sense. So it's an interesting one. Well, we'll worry about. Well, here we go.
So I'm going to spend a Benny on that. You carry on talking.
Okay, but got the Joker. Okay, I'm going to assume because it says when they attack, they do turn as Rannick boots the door open and steps in. They all do turn towards him, revealing horned heads, hoofed feet, and monstrously toothy maws. What do you do, Bert?
Do they look hostile? They may look odd, but they look hostile as well, correct?
They're technically speaking, they are just working on the machinery.
In that case, Bert will go on hold.
Okie dokie. Being read another paragraph. Rannick! Angel killer.
Rannick folds his arms and leans against the wall.
Okie dokie.
Goes on hold.
Arena, you get to make your fear check, which you just did. No, you didn't.
Yes.
Yes, you did.
Did.
You spent a Benny to do it. I apologise. Okay, therefore, you now make your spell casting roll to plane shift back to where you prime material plane. Yeah. Which is successful. Although knowing my luck, and I've forgotten about it, and therefore you get away with it. I bet you somewhere earlier on it said you could plane shift into it. Jimmy Monka says let the bennies fly. Because the Savage Pathfinder rule set doesn't have the bug, even though it has been fixed. Okay.
If plane shifting to a known location, a success indicates the target appears within 10 miles of the intended location. With a raise, I appear half that distance away.
I'm not going to. You might be better off just solving the maze, you know.
Well, if I do that and then after that cast teleport to move myself within this plane.
You can't teleport into Xin-Shalast because it's got a teleport occlusion field.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, this is the problem. So I'm going to ignore all that because, for the sake of gameplay, I'm going to ignore all that. Because technically speaking, by using plane shift to escape the maze, you technically would probably miss the rest of the adventure getting back. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it says within 10d 10 miles. You're the GM. You can say that within 10d 10 miles happens to be the next room. That's within 10.
I think from a
It's your
narrative point
choice.
of view, she just cast Spell Magic. Bing, she see him.
Yeah, I'm not going to. I'm not going to worry too much. But actually, obviously, exploding dice makes it more fun. You'd arrived within 82 miles. But yeah, I'm not going to worry about.
Well,
the
no,
rules.
she got the raise, so she arrives within 41
41.
miles.
Savage Pathfinder
Yeah.
was never
Yeah.
broken.
And the effects of the occlusion field change miles to millimeters.
Oh, I like it. I'm not going to. I'm not going to let rules get in the way of good fun and story. Do you know what I mean? But anyway.
Yes.
Okay.
She could teleport to the edge of the occlusion field and then walk across it and then teleport inside. Maybe not.
Yeah, true. Still a long 41-mile walk, wouldn't it?
But
Anyway,
18th level, there's always a solution.
Don't drag her up.
So anyway, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Is it? I don't get the. Sorry, I don't get the. I don't get the. What's happening? I don't get it. I mean, are they the good spiders? Do they get freed? Do they stay on the material plane? Do they go home? Oh, Chelsea, do something.
So Joseph goes past Rannick going, now would you piss off, Rannick? And I look in there, ooh, hi guys. Wow, there's a lot of you. And they have, can I tell whether they're a threat or not?
Well, they don't look very nice.
Oh, well, let's have a party. Hey, I'm just being friendly here. I'm just making... Here, have some glitter.
Okie dokie.
I'm not trying to kill him. I'm just tossing some glitter.
Hit them with that distraction.
No, that was Havoc. That's going to fling him around the room.
Yeah, but they get
So I
distracted
tried to see if
first.
they got to roll a strength check to make sure it didn't throw them anywhere.
You've got to distract them first before I make the strength check.
Oh.
Well, Havoc's quite nasty. It automatically distracts anyone under the area of effect before you roll any of the. Before you even see if they get flung around the room.
Yeah.
Okay, now you can check the rest on them.
That dice didn't roll; it just slid. Did you notice that? Okay, number 8. Number 8 is there. Number 8 is going. How accurate I'm going to do this? Number 8 hits the wall there. Taking 2. Oh, that's not 4d6. Taking 2d4
Hey, I was
damage.
just trying to start the party.
Okay, which leaves it unharmed. Then we get down to the others, which are up here. Strength check. Fails. That is number 3, which is here. It goes bang into the machinery and takes 2d4 damage. I rolled twice for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, strength check here. He's okay. Strength check here. Number 5. I'm actually, I'm not worrying too much about. Oh, I keep rolling the wrong dice. I don't care. Unharmed. Okie dokie. Wonderful stuff. At which point the remaining denizens attack Jelsa.
Questing interrupt.
It seems to be more about the fact that the one that bashed into the machinery knocked things over and caused sparks, things to fly.
Aye, so requesting interrupt.
Make your athletics roll. Supposedly, the chat window goes on the right-hand side, so I put it over here so it's less. You don't have to read across. I personally still get very confused over here.
I afford to penny that, can't I?
Oh, he's gone for the white on white dice. He's gone for the white on white dice, have you? Yeah, it's a Twitch thing. The Twitch thing on the right hand side. Okie dokie. So, what are we doing? You are failing to interrupt. So in that case, I'm going to claw Jelsa. Missing, but not critically failing. What happened there? Why the hell did it move up there? Why did it move Gondred? Oh, because you. Oh, what happened there? Is it? I'm very confused now. I am very confused. I don't know what's happening. Going very weird. Okay, I'm just going to beat up Jelsa.
Yeah, the table's acting weird on a lot of levels today.
Yeah, every time I hit F11, it's moving back up. What the hell's... The combat tracker's broken. As in my shortcut. My shortcut for the combat tracker's broken is what I should say. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Drag a new one down and hit F11. It's going all over the place. The shortcuts are broken for the combat tracker. Hooray!
Well, I already went.
I know. No, this is what I'm saying. If I press my shortcut key, the combat tracker goes all over the place. It goes up, not down. I've never seen anything like it.
Weird.
Anyway,
and only because we fixed one button and the whole thing, the wheels have come off.
Yeah,
The whole upbreak this time. There's all kinds of weird things happening on the table.
The hotfix has broken a lot more than it's the hotfix. Yeah, Frodo's suggested fix has really buggered things up. That's for sure. I have to make sure he knows.
Just revert it all the way back to them. We'll just live with it. Because does anybody use a radio menu for issuing bennies?
Yes, all the time.
Really?
Yes, because every time someone says the bennies must flow, I've got to give you bennies. I'm not dragging.
Oh right, so it's not Frodo's fault. It's Jimmy Munger's fault. That's see, it's always the same.
I have to award bennies all the time. That's why the button was put there, because I asked for it. I got a kill to add it to the rule set because every time someone got a joker, I had to give bennies out, and that's really painful manually. I don't know how I'm. I don't know how I'm missing Jelsa so many times. I can't press F11. It's very annoying.
Yeah, that's your GM muscle memory now. I've got a button, it doesn't work.
It's very interesting that someone who's on a joke and can interrupt at any time decided to let them all hit Jelsa.
Somebody asked me, so
While I'm letting them all get together so I can zap them all at once.
Actually, I've just noticed all my fighting. This is really broken. Have you noticed? Every single one of those fighting things didn't actually tell me whether I hit or not.
Yeah. Is that because they were fighting rolls rather than attack rolls?
No, I don't think so.
I'd like to point out the classic method that is not broken though.
It's the classic method.
You've got fingers on your hand, haven't you? Are they broken? No. You count on your. That's what we used to do 10 years ago. We used to count on our fingers.
Okay, let's put it like this: the combat tracker is broken for all monsters, basically. So what I have to do is I have to roll the dice to do the attack. Then I have to drag the attack onto the person to see if it hits or not. What fun! Oh, basically, the combat tracker is broken.
All of those are lower than Jelsa's parry.
I know, but that's not the point. Okay, it's the end of the round, unless anyone wants to act who's on hold.
Well, yeah. I am off hold at the moment because I interrupted, so it's me.
You do, yes, but Mr. Joker can beat.
Let me go ahead and do my thing real quick. Because if I throw my cone out here and I situate it right,
it's going to hit them all.
I can get all but one of them. Obviously, I'm going to be doing selective.
So is that a cone at smart's range?
No, that's a cone at bow range.
No, it was a rule with supers that came up that you can cast a cone at smart's range, and I was like, oh, this is like mine.
I don't care about shut up. I'm joking. I'm too stressed that Fantasy Grounds is broken, and we've got FGCon this weekend, and they've broken Fantasy. They've broken the bloody Savage Worlds rule set completely.
Okay, we're going to make it fatigue, greater, hindering, lingering, selective.
When I crashed and came back in, there was another update. That might possibly be one that helps.
There's the raise.
Could be. It could be the oh shit fix.
Out. I love that the effects a little tweeting bird in the background.
I thought I was imagining that.
Yeah, that's because I went back for where you were. I changed. Yeah, the interesting
because
stuff.
I mean, nature dice.
To anyway, what happened? Sorry.
Well, that's okay. Basically, Bert shot his bow and it splintered into 1,000 arrows, all of which missed Jelsa. The 5 guys that Bert has targeted all took 27 points of splinter damage.
Well, you'd like to say that, wouldn't you? But one, you didn't target them.
But I did target them.
Okay, let's put it another way. You targeted them, you rolled the damage, and it didn't work.
Well, that's not my fault.
No, it's because Frodo said to Moon Wizard, just do this fix, it'll make Savage Worlds rule set better.
Oh, I'm impressed now. I see how the cone works. Oh, I'm impressed. Colour me impressed.
Okie dokie. So, I'm in a bad mood now. Through no fault of you guys, I'm just in a very bad mood. What should be not.
Well, that makes joy is you and Rennick.
Well, no, because one of the best things about the Fantasy Grounds Savage Worlds rule set is the combat tracker. And now it doesn't work. We might as well just be sitting around a table and doing it in our heads.
He's potent and drinks the whole damn
Okie dokie. So, okay, here we go. Each time a denizen is slain, the device flashes with light and emits a strange, high-pitched whine. With each death, the image in the
Emily?
window shifts, growing distorted and warped. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 high-pitched whines.
With a more and more distorted image, which is not
Indeed.
necessarily a bad thing.
Okie
No,
dokie.
they turn into mustard.
They do turn
Okay.
into mustard. That's cool.
Dondred,
And
you
now
are
Bert and now Snookums is going to come up here and steal this other kill from Dondrad.
up.
Sorry, I missed a go. My system just cut the sound out, and I had no idea my go was happening. Apologies.
It hasn't.
Oh, okay.
You haven't. It's just the fact that basically people went on.
Oh,
Oh, I do enjoy doing this. This is so much fun. Roll for damage. Today. After I applied the hotfix, I don't. Okay, so you shake him twice. That's interesting. Okay, more distortion and warping effects. That's the end of the first round. Unless Rannick, yeah, everyone's active.
Dondrad gets to go.
Oh, Dodred gets to go. Sorry, Dodred, off you go. Then you get
Yeah,
to
Yeah,
jump.
I was panicking because I'm a bit too slow to run into face Jelson, and suddenly the arrow goes into the room and it explodes. Shrapnel fires across the room, slaying the first wave.
Right, you get to move, and then basically, when the new round starts, you get to move
Dondred
'cause
again.
You got the Joker.
Well, first I'm going to cast a spell on the old round because I have that in action.
Indeed. Just imagine I'm raising multiple fingers at you right now, Mac.
So what I was going to do was I was going to blind them all
Any
with
random number of fingers between 1 and 3. 3, I've seen that.
Okay, so we're going to do this first of all.
I've seen
Large burst template.
Glorious Bastards.
We'll go for the
I have no
back
idea
four.
what's going on there. All I know is I ran the update because of the hotfix, and the combat tracker is completely shafted today. Nothing is working. You should see what happens if I press if I press my shortcut key, it jumps randomly up and down the combat tracker. It's really fun.
Blind on them. Getting that's not a race.
No.
So
Hit them with the blind. I am so looking forward to Saturday right now and Sunday.
right. So and then we have a new round. Then I get a Joker bonus, and then I run into the room. Sorry, I'm already in the room. So
But you've not put the blind on any of them.
yeah, I have.
It didn't actually go. It didn't go on them.
Because of targeting, but I'm snapping.
Go on, go for it now. That was my fault because I hadn't got you targeted. So apply the blind now.
So yeah, it's strong. That button there.
Yeah,
There
that's
you go.
fine.
So there's 4
I was worried that wasn't working, but no. I've got a shortcut button down there. So look, you can look. I clear that. I drag that button and move it down to there. The idea is I can now press that button to go
run
over
up
here
to this
and
dude
that.
here who can still see.
It's not working today. Try it in a minute.
In fact, we'll run over to him who he is distracted, and we will chop him.
I think I missed
That didn't work either, did it? It's a miss.
Oh, has it finally fixed itself? That is really weird.
Yeah, let's move on.
Rannick continues to follow the instruction he was given.
Get the impression, Raddick.
In a typical bloody-minded Rannick fashion.
Indeed. There is definitely an image missing.
You're muted, Kev, if you're actually saying anything.
I am sorry, I was talking to myself. I was trying to find something. It is interesting. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. I'll need that in a minute. Okay, Rannick is just going over to the right. Don't do anything. I want to press F11 and see what happens. Hurrah! Look at that. It's moved on. It's just moving on the round counter. That's what it's doing. So the next combatant button is now basically
the next combatant button.
Yes, is now just well, actually, if you use
next round button.
Yeah. So if I use the shortcut, actually, what I've just noticed is it starts a new round.
Yeah, just roll back the code. We'll be fine. Roll back the rule set.
Well, these things weren't friendly. They tried to hit me, so Jelson's going to move up here next to Dondra.
They weren't friendly. They tried to hit you. You walked in there and hit them with a combat spell.
I just tossed some glitter. I was starting a party.
I don't know if killing them makes a difference. I really don't. I mean,
Well,
surely it helps.
Now we've screwed everything up. We got to kind of go with the flow, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it helps. I suppose they're all dead, but I don't get the machine. How does this machine work? What is this machine? Is it a good idea to turn it off? I have no idea.
Need to go back. Yeah, I think I'll get round. Well, there's the. Updated today. The base savage. Bollocks. They've excuse my French. Yeah, it's the base code they've updated. It's obviously conflicting with the Pathfinder savage rule set because that sits on top of it like the. That's what the problem
I've
is.
distracted the ones I hit, so now you need to do their strength checks. You guys aren't no fun. They throw more glitter.
Oh, I can't press F11. Oh, and I shouldn't have done that. Bollocks. Excuse me. Yeah. I'm not having a good day. I'm very confused. My muscle memory is confusing me no end because I can't do what I want to do. It's not fair.
Are fun things happening in stream chat, by the way?
Are they?
I don't know. Yeah, the CT button is broken. Apparently, somebody just piped up. Again, I don't see the chat because I'm not watching the thingy, but I see Discord.
That's Jiminy. He's obviously okay. I've lost the plot. Okay, I can't press F11. Someone, Joss, please end your turn. I'm going to go and cry in the corner.
Did any of these take damage from me throwing them around?
No.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Just curious, if you press end turn, does it work? It does. Okay, so at least the player, yeah. So basically, shortcuts, combat tracker shortcuts are broken. Yes, what fun. Arena, you're up. Having reappeared in the world.
Have I reappeared in a room with nobody in it?
Yes.
Do I hear sounds coming from any particular direction?
Well,
The door to the south is wedged open with a couple of copper
the
coins.
big doors to the south
Oh.
are open, and from here you can see Jelsa.
First, I thought you were saying it was wedged open with a cup of coffee.
No, I didn't want the door to shut, so I put coins on the hinge side of it,
Thank you for the Betty I
so
need
it can't
right
swing
now.
back in itself.
But what's happening?
Well, it's a room full of glitter, and all these dudes with machinery we're in the middle of a fight.
Well, I feel very informed. Thank you.
And where you're standing, there's 6 people filled with shrapnel.
Yeah.
Okay, denizen of Lang number 2 is going to come up here and attack Jelsa. Gonna have to target Jelsa.
Well, they're not partying types at all, are they?
Okay, so yeah, look, that's I really love that. So I rolled it, and it basically. I know it's going to miss, but that's not the point. You know what I mean? It's really not. Okay, so if I target Jelsa, and then I roll the attack, I get a 2. It's not even. I wouldn't mind, but it's not even telling me it's missing. I know I could do that in my head, but that's not. The gang up bonuses aren't even. Actually, it's not even calculating the gang up bonuses. It's really screwed. Look, there's no gang up bonuses.
So let's see. That's touching. That's touching. That's touching. Yes, it should be a gang up bonus.
Yeah, yeah. So NPCs are NPC combat is completely broken. You can't use the combat tracker. All right, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go and cry.
You can't go home. You're already there.
I know.
Yeah. I tell you what, for a week to break the rule set, this is not the week to do it on, is it? Really?
No, it's really good. Let's break it on FGCon when everyone's going to be running games.
And I've got 2 demo games coming up for people who have never touched Savage Worlds.
Yeah. So basically, Jelsa should have been hit there with a gang up bonus of +3, but it's not calculating. I am about to use my lunch. Oh, and the damage doesn't work either. Brilliant. So NPCs are. Yeah, basically NPCs don't work.
On the brighter note, so we do this, part of the fun of this game is for playtesting, so we get to suffer things that people won't have to later on.
Yay!
Hey.
Tell you what, I wouldn't want anyone else to have to suffer hanging around with sparkle tits. I mean,
In fact, I can't
You
be
do know if you're mean to
Not
if
even
you're
going to
mean
worry
to
about
her,
the
you
fight
can kill
over
her.
that.
Hey, Rannick, you want to come in here and take a look at this?
not got permission.
I just gave you permission.
No, sparkle tits told me to piss off, so I'm pissing off.
Okay. When this battle is over, we are going to sit you two down, and we're going to force you to get this.
Oh.
Well, you missed, so there you go. You can't tell.
Oh, 4 missed?
Well, according to that, there's no registered hits. So basically, no, what I'm trying to say is your attacks don't even show whether you hit or not. What I'm trying to say, do you know what I mean?
They do if you drag them on.
No,
the
I
thing on the combat.
understand.
Yeah. I'm being
But then it
sarky
went against
on
parry.
this. Yeah, exactly. No, exactly.
It's-
That's what I'm saying. I've lost the will to live right now.
he's just being.
Mm.
He's being snarky.
So an 8
Okay.
will.
Second
So
shot. I guess the same guy.
a 4 hit. Yeah, a 4 hits. I mean, you're hitting, but you're not actually doing. Yeah. So it's just bollocks, isn't it? It really is absolute. 8 points of damage
Just
on here.
doing this as a
No-
test.
no
There's no other
damage,
reason.
so-
That was nothing but a test.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't talk. It did.
Yeah. Are you sure the well? Are you sure the other things aren't already broken? Because I only changed one number personally. Well, yeah, but the point is, it really worked last week, and now it doesn't, which is a bit worrying. Ah, well.
It may just be a coincidence. They've changed core at the same time and we're fixing some other problems.
Right, I have a crate. Okay, give me a. Is there? Just gonna do something.
I think that's a good
17
idea.
damage to-
Okay, we have all run updates. Let's see if that's fixed it. And I've deleted my vault copy. I'm using my own personal copy of the rule set now. But I think the problem is if they've changed core and they've made a change to Savage Worlds, I think there's a conflict. And then Savage Worlds Pathfinder's laid on top, so you got 3 layers on top of each other, and you just got to change one thing, and it all goes horribly, horribly wrong.
That reminds me, I've got to do this again for the adventure deck. Because I'm a beta testing an adventure deck at the minute.
Right, so if we do that, and then we go find Schnookums on there, then we zoom in, then we go to the denizen of UV. It's targeting, and we make him target Gelsa. We make the attack roll. It's still broken for me.
Well, there you go then. It was done in core, and they don't use the same procedures as the core.
Yeah.
So we need you know who to come back and help us. We have to pray.
So it's just my rule set, okay, which is great. And my campaign's balked itself, it would appear.
So tell you what, shall we finish up for this evening?
Well, the problem is if other people are testing it and they can't recreate the problem. So if my campaign's trashed,
right, okay, there you go. Then it doesn't exist. That's the rules.
If my campaign's trashed, I'm into a world of pain, aren't I?
That's the rules. If you can't get, it's not real until somebody else can do it. So can we join the game now? Can we?
Yeah.
Yep.
Try joining. NPCs still don't work. Yeah.
I'm still getting attempting to resolve. It's still sitting here.
If you're still getting attempting to resolve, then click off and go back in again. It normally does it quite quickly the second time.
Well, I mean, if your campaign is barked, technically speaking, starting a new campaign and then just opening up in those same modules,
I was in another dimension.
Porting the characters would still work, wouldn't it?
Well, I tried it before I asked.
Oh, they've changed something. You can't use updated extensions anymore. I mean, as in unpacked extensions and unpacked stuff, can you?
Mm. Well, we can all make it look like it's mostly automated with Kev if we just drag the things onto the combat tracker ourselves.
Still doesn't work.
It does if we do a hit roll and then drag it onto the thing on the combat tracker from the chat window.
But my distracted, when I targeted him for distracted, it was working.
Because that's not a combat effect.
Mm.
They've changed something, haven't they? That's what they've done. They've made a change, and that you can't use unpacked extensions, which basically nerfs my ability to
GM?
test. And well, GM, to be honest, I think we have to run in test mode.
What do you want to do about it now?
Oh no, no. Oh no, it's not that. They think you haven't done the. We'll soldier on.
Okay.
Well, we just got to the end of a round.
Yeah, I don't want to quit this early though.
Then let's carry on. Start the new round and see what excitement we can have happen.
And if it gives us trouble through another round, then we can we'd only have an hour left anyway.
Well, yeah. Well, it's just because I know what's happened. I know what's coming, and it's just annoying. Okie dokie. New round. Let's see what happens if we do a new combat round. Rannick's got the Joker. Off we go.
Well,
Now, at the end of that last round, Schnookums did 17 points of damage to number 3. I don't know if you took care of that or not.
Well, interesting. No.
I forgot to take off PowerPoints earlier, so that's me paying.
Obviously, you didn't because that you all NPCs are now completely immune to any damage.
yeah.
Rannick's still walking off.
Rannick is doing what Jelson told him to do. He gets in trouble if he doesn't do what Jelson tells him.
If you two don't stop throwing your toys out the pram, we're all going to break our ankles on them.
Yeah, it looks like it's just this bug's unique to me. Aren't I lucky?
So it's Dondrad.
Dondrad. Yeah, because everybody under the age of 50 just behave themselves. Right.
Wait,
Or better still,
can everybody
age
under
of
the
70.
age of 50 just behave themselves? Well, thank you for exempting Jules.
Well, that'll be that's Bert, Rannick, Snookums, and Amber, then, isn't it?
Yeah, that's you know who it means. Yeah. Everybody under the legal age limit. Chill. Right.
Legal age for what? There's age limits in this world? I thought you could do it whenever you wanted.
Oh God. wouldn't happen in Dwarfs, I think. Right, anyway, so we mill back at the plot. You can take that, and you can take one of them, and some of that, and all of that.
Well, you hit someone very, very well, but I have no idea who you hit because it's not telling me.
Yes, I know, and it didn't do raise damage.
Exactly.
Institutional hit. It's telling me hit with the raise. Oh, it's great.
Well, that's because you dragged the thing over.
Yeah.
Now
And it's going to say.
Now roll your damage.
And then it's going to say toughness 10 with the 6 undamaged. Right, so let's click that button there. And let's click this here.
Which is fine as long as you don't want to do ranged attacks, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, so players can drag the attacks and damage on manually. Okay, that's not so bad.
Yes.
That's not too bad. It's just pain in the bottom.
Yeah, and if it's a ranged attack, you'll just have to change the target number down to whatever it should be.
And I'm just going to move an inch to nerf gang up bonuses. There you go.
Yeah, well, they're not working anyway, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Well, no, they're not supposed to work.
Yeah, he's doing it so it doesn't matter that they're not working.
Actually, also, yeah. To be honest, I'm at the point where I think you know what?
No.
I have a crazy idea. I'm just going to delete them.
Actually, I do know a guy named What. What about him?
Okay,
He invented the light bulb, didn't he?
Who?
No, what?
When?
Quite a while ago.
Where?
Okay, I'm
That'd be the steampunk game we'll be playing.
Why?
Oh my god, I thought that was Amber at first.
No, I'm afraid it's the GM crying into his mug of cappuccino or whatever he's got.
The The
Well, I
GM
thought
is
it was
broken.
the British. It was always tea.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, no, I'm drinking coffee. Although that's not the weirdest thing I've had an American
Okay.
assume. I did find an American online who was really shocked that British people didn't all bake scones every day. And what kind of weird concept is that?
Yeah, and I had the debate with two British friends of mine while I was there. Because I had to show them what we called biscuits, because that was what you guys called cookies. And then we had this long, like 3-day debate on whether American biscuits
role-playing this. They just
are
make
like
about cookies.
more like
British scones.
baked dumplings or scones without the fruit.
Ooh,
Good question.
there's a tentacle coming through a swirly thing.
Hang on, that's not just any old swirly thing. Look at it. It's got chevrons. Are you sure that it's not the Stargate?
Swirly thing alert! Swirly thing alert!
You know,
I'm all worried about
You're not here, ranting, so you
SG1
don't.
coming
make him
through.
Shut up. Okay.
If you were here, you would.
In a forlorn hope that just clearing out. Actual fact, you know what? It's going to be a real pain because I'm going to lose all those lovely effects.
fresh
I
late
mean-
time, huh?
I'm still thinking about the whole morality of the whole spiders things and what they said, and then it all kind of got out of hand and people died, and then I thought we might have a bit of a break and decide what we was going to do in Machine and have a chat about it, but it's gone off on us.
But no.
I've only just noticed that message.
Yeah, it's been at 96% for quite a while.
Is this the one where it says it will be loaded in 5 minutes, 8 minutes, 4 minutes, 16 minutes, 3 hours, 47 minutes?
I am just manually copying.
Time for next week's.
I'm manually copying out all the effects on the combat tracker that I had to add in before I delete. I'm going to delete the combat tracker and start again. Do you know what I mean? I'm wondering if maybe just a complete combat tracker reset.
Removing the bad guys and re-adding them to the encounter and stuff.
The only thing that would really suck about ending this particular session early is we got lots of flippin' bennies.
Nuke the site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
Mm-hmm. I love the way that the combat tracker is entirely cleared except for the cute little fluffy things.
What do you mean? Rannick wasn't left there.
I started this game with only 7 PowerPoints.
Or little.
Menu, add to tracker, add PCs. Okay. Menu, add to tracker, allies.
Okay, who changed his name?
Oh my word.
Who changed Rannick?
I shouldn't have done that.
What? Yeah, I was about to ask about that. Right. Bert has got Wolf back.
That's because they were in our allies tab.
Oh, I see.
I mean, is this the wrong way around or whatever?
Okie dokie. Right, so now that's good. Now all I've got to do is put all the effects back in because I'm just so happy about it.
I think the spiders were telling the porcupines.
I think the spiders may have been telling you, telling us things from their point of view.
Yeah, so maybe the tampering the machine instead of doesn't make them bugger off, it makes them it's a gateway.
Basically, every time you kill one of the, I'll explain what's going on.
Don't! It's much more fun if you don't.
I think
what you're seeing there is what I'll explain what's happening, not what the background of what's going on. I'll explain what's going on and why that picture's there. I just need to finish doing everyone's effects back in.
Equally, maybe what's happened is a side effect of trying to do what the spiders wanted.
Okay,
they weren't aware of it.
Basically, when you defeat basically because the combat tracker really wasn't working, I had this idea of let's just clear it out and see if it fixes anything. But I'll assume you successfully killed them all because you were waylaying through them. So When
You just for the record, right? I get the whole primaterial plane, adjacent elemental planes, and the outer plane of the gods. All the stuff that's pocket dimensions thingy. That's all not my problem. Not my problem.
Okay.
Is it in the book?
Painted pink and erected relatively cheap. Somebody else's problem field over it.
Yes. If it isn't the church records, I don't know about it. It's wizards. And wizards, they do unnatural things. Pocket dimensions. Things bigger on the inside.
I think we broke the dwarf. Mind you, we've also broken the orc and the gnome. And this particular elf isn't feeling so hot either. So, Bert, it's all down to you.
If it's because I hid my D20.
I really wish I could give the GM a penny right now.
At last I get worded. No, shut it! I am trying to run this adventure and you all keep talking!
Well, I was. If you must know, you're streaming, and I'm filling dead air. So that's what I was doing.
No, every time I try and talk, you talk over me. And it's you. You're not filling in dead air. You're stopping me, telling you what is happening.
You're starting to sound like my hysterical grandmother.
Right. Okay. Now. Right. Okay. Once the last denizen is defeated. So where are we? I've lost. You totally lost my train of thought now. I've lost where I was. Okay. So each time a denizen is slain, the device flashes with light bits of strained high-pitched whine. With each death, the image in the window shifts, growing distorted and warped. With the last denizen slain, the image vanishes altogether, transforming into a gut-churning vortex of spinning lights and sheets of energy. Okay.
Want to share that picture again?
That's interesting. I only shared the picture because you were all having a chat and I thought it would keep you quiet.
No better.
And all it did was make us discuss it.
Yeah, all it did was make us talk more. Yeah.
Maybe you should have a picture of a big shh and share that when you need to.
Or use this chat, or use it in the chat. That would help.
Okie dokie. So the hound appears off. Oh, if the hound appears after Heroes left the room. I was getting very confused. It's like, why would it appear after they've left the room? Okay. Oh, wait, do you want the picture, don't you? Did you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeesh.
That's what starts to come out, and then it keeps. It's a foot. Okay, so stepping out of the portal. Okay, stepping out of the portal is a 14-foot long creature. It is vaguely shaped like a hound. Its feet end in large, razor-sharp talons, and the enormous maw set under its bulging black eyes is filled not only with weirdly transparent teeth, but a long-bladed tongue. Okay, the hound's manifestation appears to have overloaded the device. Basically, the portal, basically, it steps through, and the portal behind it basically vanishes, and all you can now see is the wall behind it and the portal's shut down. You have achieved what the spiders wanted you to do, which was to disable the device, and you have done so. See what happens.
Okay, we can turn around and walk out now.
I've got quite a lot of bennies. I'm going to use them. There we go. I'm going first. What's the point? It won't actually.
No, you're not. Bert's going first.
I hate you, Bert.
Sorry, I had to. Oh! But it cost you 2 bennies to do that.
Yes, it did. But also, ironically, of course, by getting it, but don't forget that second Benny gives me a Benny back and gives it a Benny because it got the Joker.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. When an NPC gets a Joker, the GM gets a Benny, and all NPC wildcards, enemy wildcards, get a Benny. So actually, the net result is no difference. Okay, righty ho. Right, so let's have a look at this thing. I suspect it's going to take half a page in its stats. Okay, so it's got that, that's fine. Okay, this pays at 12. Innate action. Innate powers are actions, of course, so I will have to actually multi-action do that.
I did it in help.
I think that's okay. It's gonna take a multi-action, and the first thing it does is it disappears. The second thing it does is advances towards the party and attacks the dwarf while invisible. Actually, multi-action. I'm going to do 3 actions because it's got improved frenzy. So let's see what happens. But I am going to target the dwarf and find out the combat still isn't fixed, I suspect. I'm going to actually use the NPC. I'm going to try using the NPC rather than the combat tracker. See if that makes any difference. Oh, bottoms.
Same to you.
Okay, of course. I've got a new feature now, haven't I? So I need to add Dondrad to the map and delete Dondrad. So I deleted you all off the combat tracker, but your tokens stay.
I used the wrong UR.
Okay, right. Try that again. So let's target Dondrad, and then I'll make a frenzied attack upon him. And the answer is it still isn't working. Oh well. Let's try it from the combat tracker. And the third multi-action attack is on Jotza.
I'm not even seeing the monster now.
That's because it's
I don't-
invisible.
That's because it's invisible.
Oh, that's a very good reason. I will point out that our familiars are missing.
Well, I've got to add everyone else back into the combat. Okay. So
I don't think I could possibly have misspelt something I shouted, but fine.
Okay, so what I really particularly like is even when an NPC hits you with a raise and I roll the damage, it doesn't work. So I am really, really, really annoyed right now. So the combat tracker is completely... This fight is pretty pointless, I'm afraid. I don't think it's going to work. But you're up. I mean, you guys can target stuff and drag it, but you know what I mean. Lost the will.
Well, presumably you can just roll off the NPC and then drag it onto us as well.
But it doesn't work. I mean, I can, but it doesn't work about raises or taking into effect any of the bloody modifiers. It's just, it really doesn't. The NPCs just do not work full stop.
Mm.
Not using the shortcut, that's the problem.
Okay, all these things keep turning invisible. Time to start using up my Detect Arcana wand here a little bit. I'm going to tap myself. I'm going to tap Schnooks. And you know what? I think I'll step back there and tap Arena as well. Let's just go ahead and just give everybody some boosty bits here.
Oh!
Okay, I can now see invisibles. Snooks. Let's go ahead and Benny that once. 7's a 3. You know what? I've got enough. Come on, Snooks. No. Okay, Snooks can't see him. And Irina.
Jalsa don't need it. She's got Detect Arcana.
Right. Let's go ahead and Benny once for Irina. There we go. Come on. Thank you very much. Okay, so me and Irina both now have Detect Magic. Come on. Detect Arcana, sorry. Use the proper term. Okay, so Bert steps back 2 inches to tap Irina, and then steps forward a few more inches to come back into combat range. And that is Bert's turn.
Mm-hmm. You can cast Detect Arcana. Sorry, I'm still reading.
No, you're
in the
fine.
background.
I understand. Well, Snooks can't see anything, so Snooks is going to come up here and support Dondrad. Kind of rub up against him. Love you, Dondrad. You can do good. And we'll give Dondrad a +1.
Apparently, something I've used since 2006 is actually supported and doesn't work in the Savage Worlds rule set. Which isn't bad. I've been using it since 2006 and apparently it doesn't work.
Okay.
It's interesting news to me.
What? Run that one by me again?
So apparently, dragging the next combatant button to the hotkey bar isn't supported in the Savage Worlds rule set. Except I've been doing it since 2006. That's an awful lot of muscle memory to fight.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's incorrect.
Oh, it's Jalsa's turn. She's going to take a dual action.
Who's playing on my Saturday game?
And the first one is she's going to activate the mind link.
Okie dokie.
Oh, I'm going to have to Benny that because for some reason it's... And I'm going to scream through the mind link, Rannick, you big baby, get in here. We have an invisible problem, and you want us to get over it when you tried to kill us, and you can't take it when we call you dumb. Now, just get over yourself and get your ass in here. And then, not knowing where the thing is, but knowing where it was targeting her from.
Hang on. Carry on. Damage try it, so you're okay.
Blast it. If it's in my area effect, go ahead and target it.
Ow! As I say, I've only been using it since 2006, so it's not exactly a new feature. So, okay, that's quite unpleasant. I might have to ret in.
Okay, if I hit it with a raise. Do I roll damage or did I not hit it?
Hang on. I'm just going to sort of at this point, because I forgot to do it earlier. Yeah, it didn't do anything, so Bert wouldn't have even known that he just basically took damage because he felt it. You lost an area of effect, doing 8 points of damage. No, hit it with a
Well, that was just the roll, so I did. So now you need the... I missed it?
Well, yes, because you can't drag ranged attacks. You didn't miss it. Just winds me up.
Okay.
Damage.
So now, has it applied the raise so I can...
You didn't hit with a... yes, you did. Hit with a raise. we won't apply the raise damage, so turn it on manually because it doesn't work.
Okay, that's 10 points of damage, and then I'm gonna get the hell back. Because I felt it swing at me. I didn't see it, but I could. It did hit me. I just didn't take any damage. So.
The arena can see it. If you do know it gets if you fall back, it will get a free attack on you.
That's fine. I'm falling back because I can't see it. Because instead of taking the time to detect Arcana, I screamed at Rannick.
I'll have to manually turn on the raise damage because it isn't even going to roll that correctly for me.
Right. Is there any water or statues in this room?
Not that I'm aware of.
Right, then those phobias can bugger off.
They're not active.
Right, okay.
They are actually, but they're not meant to be.
I can't move if it hits me and wounds me.
No.
Okay, well then I'm
Yes, you
still
can.
stuck there.
You can move.
Yes,
No,
you can,
sorry.
because you'll start even
I
if you're
fall
shaking.
back and I take a wound and I'm shaken, but I'll fall back.
What your total pace is 7. The only effect is you don't your pace because of the injury. You only actually get to there. That's about the only real effect. Okay, I think your phobias are turned off now. Well, yours must have gone, Jared.
Right, okay, 'cause I don't quite know where it is. So,
I think you can all agree my combat really isn't working anymore. We're having to do everything manually out here, and it's painful, especially with some of the fights that are... I don't know what I'm going to do.
we'll cast blind on a large boss template. Strong.
Export the characters. I'm going to have to try and build a new campaign. Export all the I don't know what's trying. Really don't know.
In fact, I'll make it glow. Which won't make it won't make it invisible, won't make it slightly. 11, I'm going to hit it with a raise. So the
So
question
it'll
is,
look like the old Ready Breck advert.
is it targeted?
Have you targeted it? Oh, you can't. Sorry. Don't worry. I'm really not with it at the moment.
So is it targeted now?
It is.
Right.
Nothing saps all my fun out of the game. Then
I don't actually know what this does now.
Being really, really bored. Right now. Sorry, guys.
Okay, so this is not right. Okay, so it does that and it does that. Has that effect? It is -4 in all traits, so -2 to shake off. And I will stand my ground. But what I will do is armor. Yeah, I will be using the shield.
Okay, who's up next?
So yeah, it would get the glow effect. Just raises it's now -3 rather than -4, I think.
That's pretty much how it works. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm slightly distracted. I'm still trying to work out why the hell it's broken. Okay, who's up? Looks like it's Arena next.
Yep, I'm waiting for you to accept my move.
Sorry, I'm not looking at. Oh no! Oh, you know that? You know, if you resize the window, the dice don't move. Bug. It's not fixed. I've got a really interesting thing that basically I can click in the wrong place, and then the mouse will drag the entire Fantasy Grounds window down the screen and then moves all of my bloody shortcuts. I'm not having a good day.
Yeah.
I'm really not.
No, can tell.
Now I've just got to resize it. Everything back again. Right, there we go. Now I can accept your move.
Thank you. Can I see it? Target it.
Oh yes, you can see it. You know what, because you have direct detect arcana on, so you can see it.
Well, that, and I thought that Dondra just made it glow, but yeah.
I wonder if one of the extensions has broken it.
Now, it's not on the combat tracker, so I don't know how to target it.
I've targeted it for you.
Okay, that.
Yeah, I didn't want it sneaking past, so I mean, I thought I'd make it glow, so it wrecks its stealth rolls.
Armor piercing and greater bolt with lingering damage. So that's at AP2 with lingering damage if it's alive to take it.
Okie dokie. Actually, do you know what? When the screen moved, it actually moved every single window on the screen. When the window size changed, it moved every window on the screen up, including the chat window.
Yeah, it knocks off the. It doesn't remember its lock position.
No, it's terrible that.
And then the dice modifier box goes flying as well.
Yeah, no, every window
And the
on my
dice
screen,
tower.
every window on my screen just went, but every window on my screen just went crap crazy because I minimized it from the top.
That gets super annoying when you're editing modules, by the way.
It does indeed, yeah.
Because you're constantly flicking in and out of the screen all the time.
Yeah.
So when it's its turn, it'll take 4d4 damage. The lingering.
Okay, sorry, I'm distracted because obviously I'm getting asked questions. Okay, so that's lingering damage of what, sorry?
4d4 on its the end of its turn.
44. Okie dokie, and that will be next turn. There we go. Wonderful stuff, and you've wounded it. Nicely done. Is that the end of the round? That's the end of the round, was it? Round 2, dealing cards. Bert is dealt the 8 of diamonds. Okie dokie. Go on the 4 of clubs. I don't want to go on the 9 of diamonds. Oh well. Looks like I will be going on the 9 of diamonds. Dondrad, you're up.
Dondrad is up.
Pennies for everyone!
Oh. So, all right, okay. So it's just been. Hopefully, that's just been fried.
What I'm going to say is the easiest thing to say there is Rannick is obviously by drawing a joker from getting a card, you're obviously on hold and therefore can interrupt at any time. It's just easier because once you start getting powers people have cast moving up and down the combat track. It's a number,
Of course.
isn't it?
But as I got a joker this round, everybody needs a Benny.
That's why everyone's got a Benny.
Okay.
Andrew didn't say he did it?
No, it didn't.
I just clicked the button. I've got. Do you know what I've just now got?
You've now got the bug that
I've now
we
got
tried
the
to fix. It started this whole conversation.
I've now
And-
got.
and you know what?
I've now got the Benny bug, which is really weird because I didn't have that before they rolled back the updates. Oh, for crying out loud!
What the hell is going on?
And here's another little trick. It's saying up on my portrait I've got 9 bennies, but on my sheet I've only got like 6.
Yeah, it shows me you've got 6.
Shows me she's got 9.
9.
6.
There are 9 pennies.
This table is so, this
Right.
table is so
Let's get
flippin'
this.
boring.
Let's get this fight over with, and then I can throw my computer out the window.
Right, I'll go after Dondrad.
Well,
That's-
first of all, what we'll do is, we'll multi-action. I don't know where's my multi-action button. It's up there now. So I can detect it with detect arcana. Can I? I don't have the spell effect, though, can I?
I can't believe I've got the Benny bug now. Yes, you can. You can see it. Look, I'll turn it all on.
Right. It's blind. So anyway, it's glowy. So what I will do is I will smite it.
Smitey smiter, eh?
Ah, dear. I can't spell back. Yeah, so you got this interesting.
Right,
So I
okay.
didn't have the bug, and then I ran the update, and I didn't have the bug, but the combat tracker wasn't working. And now he's rolled it back, and I've run the update, and I've got the Benny bug, which I'm very confused about. So I've just
Which
come to the
fancy?
conclusion I've lost the will to live.
A miss. Of course, because it's invisible, you would need -4.
But your smite evil, you also get to
Roll
reroll
again.
it.
Aye.
And I think because you've got it glowing, it's only a -3, but still, that would have missed.
I know. I wasn't going to work it out, but it's worse. Do you know what? We're going to Benny this to get it over with. There's an 8. It's not going to hit it. I thought it would be a large creature, though. So it's a large creature. We have to do this manually. So good. So yeah, it's invisible, -3 on top of a large creature, which is what bonus to hit?
I've no idea because, of course, all the automation's out the window.
We haven't even forgotten how to play this game.
Of course we have. We have to use. What is it? Large or is it huge? What size is it? It is. The thing. It's size 3, so it's not even large. So
No, it's not
modifiers.
size 3. It's not even large.
Yeah, no modifiers.
Okay, that token's not right. Okay, so sorry, I was just looking at the token. Okay, right. We'll call it a miss.
Yeah, I don't
think.
know what's up with the. I don't
Do you know what?
what's
We'll
up with
Benny
the
it just
designs.
just for one more time. We'll Benny it right, and then it destined not to be 3 Bennies in.
You know what? Why not? Why mess with what's working? Let's try that again.
6.
Well, I was going after Dondrad.
You are. You're right. You go ahead.
Of course, you can't see it. Don't forget. I know you can see it, but you know what I mean.
But there is a glow, you said. Yeah?
There is a
So
glow
I-
point taken. Yes, I'd forgotten.
So I run
that.
into the room next to Jelsa. Go, Oh, so you want me now, do you? And then carry on past her. And then I'm going to multi-action. And the first thing I'm going to do is produce the last thing of dust of appearance that I have from my gloves of storing, and throw it at the glow.
I like it.
Which is all a free action.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one I made you?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And then I'm going to entangle it, which is a limited free action. So actually, I'm not multi-actioning really. And then I'm going to do a wild attack called Shot to its head.
Okay, go for it.
So if you can finish my move.
Doing more important things,
Okay.
76. Okay. Okay, I'll finish your move. You have removed its invisibility.
I have.
There. It's
A wild
fine.
attack. Then cold shot to the head. But I've got the Joker bonus as well, so that's that. Oh, hang on, and it's vulnerable, which I need to do manually, so that's that. And that moves over to there.
I've just
So
done a
the raise,
calculation.
so I turn the raise damage on and give it plus 8 damage because I've moved far enough for my Rhino Hide to kick in as well. And plus 4 for the cold shot to the head.
Thank you for the penny. So I've just worked it out. What it is actually is if you run
sneak
76
attack
sessions
on it,
in the same campaign,
it's vulnerable,
the combat
but it's
tracker
not
breaks.
a favoured
That's the only
enemy.
explanation I can come
Where
up
are
with.
you? There.
I just sat there and worked it out. This is the 76th campaign in this. 3 wounds. Wonderful stuff, and I'm just going to let you kill it. Trying to carry on the fight is not worth the effort.
At which point I'm going to turn around, stalk back towards Jels, and say, right, I'm bloody about to kill things now, and walk back out the room.
Okay, so just because I know, you're running it face to face. You're not running it fancy grounds. So what I've worked out, I've just done the sums while you were in your middle you made there, because it just decided to break today, didn't it, without any warning or anything. So what I've calculated is, do not run more than 75 sessions in a single Savage Pathfinder campaign, because on the 76th session, your combat tracker breaks.
Is that what it is?
No, but
we need someone else to do 76 sessions just to check.
Yeah, so that's the challenge out there. Anyone who's watching, you need to run 76 sessions in the same campaign of Fantasy Grounds to tell me if yours breaks on the 76th session. There we go.
So runs into the room, makes it appear, stabs it in the head, and then walks out. Is it all right if we just bloody kill things now?
Indeed, but when you're that loud, you're a double audio, so we don't understand a word you say.
Sorry.
But Joseph, I heard him, and Joseph smirks at him and goes, "But you still had to use my help," and sticks her tongue out.
Right. Congratulations, you have disabled the Leng device, which I do believe lets the Leng spiders leave, doesn't it? And I think I'm just trying to work this one out. I suspect the only thing I suppose I could really try doing is exporting all your characters, isn't it?
Yeah, I would create a new campaign, open the module on it, and then use that what we discussed earlier to import the characters. Because you will have a copy of them for available for import.
Okay, well, I think we're going to call it there because it's been very painful. Hopefully, if I create a new campaign, we'll have another 75 sessions before it breaks again.
Woohoo!
I mean, to be honest,
although I am now pooping bricks for the weekend.
Well, that's funny enough. You should say that. That's funny enough. You should say that. I was just looking. I think Bert and Elsa are playing my game on Saturday, aren't you?
I think so. Yeah.
So I might get you two to try a chess connect in the session. And we yeah, yeah. Sorry, MacD just pointed. MacD pointed out. Yeah, MacD pointed this out. Fancy Grounds have just updated their Discord icon. It's very pretty. So that's a plus.
Well,
note,
that makes it up for it all.
Oh,
So that's a plus note, isn't it? So we're going to leave it there. I'm going to have to go
Yeah.
away and do hopefully
on the
finish
news
the
tonight,
campaign.
6 million people are dead, but it's okay because a dog can say sausages. Have a good night.
I remember that. That was good on Let's Lifetimes. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. Sorry, it's been a little of a me losing my marbles session. Hopefully, we'll work something out.
I vote that at the beginning of the next session, we all get to keep our bennies because this one was so borked when we were actually getting bennies.
If I remembered, well, actually, you won't get to keep your bennies because it'll be a brand new campaign, which is unfortunate.
Oh, you mean person.
Yeah.
Isn't he
It's
just?
horrible.
He breaks Fantasy Grounds and then complains and takes away all your bennies.
Well, I've only got one left, so I would love
I'm
to
going
be
to just
set
leave
there.
it there. I'm sorry it was an interesting.
Well, tell you what, I'll give you half of mine.
But,
And we
okay,
can all
we've got a game on Saturday. Hopefully that one will work. That will be.
Moon Wizard said he's
one-shot
pushed a
Fantasy
hotfix
Grounds.
for this.
And then obviously the start of the Spelljammer.
What, another
campaign
one?
on Sundays. We'll see what
But
happens.
He's pushed back the
Thanks very
hotfix
much,
that
guys.
Kevin complained
Bye.
about.